What's good, YouTube? This is your homeboy JINO back at it once again with another slamming K-pop reaction video. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, comment down below, and y'all know we keep it 100. I feel so shameful when I say stuff like that. I don't know how other people. You got to realize people who say that have probably rehearsed that maybe 30 times before they perfected it in front of the mirror. And just saying those words makes me so embarrassed. I don't. Ah. Anyways, welcome back. Today we are going to do a very short reaction video. But before we get into that, I mentioned previously yesterday that I finally opened a Twitter account. Now I'm not trying to gain more fame or changing into a YouTuber. I just needed it to communicate some things to you on a more broad basis. We do have the Kakao Talk chats, but not everyone is in there. And there are some things I sometimes really need to just broadcast out to the general public. And I still don't know how to use Twitter. I don't know the mechanisms or how it actually works. All I know is I tweeted two things yesterday. While I was in Korea, I met with executives in charge for distribution of the BTS perfume, and I have been given the opportunity to sell the 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 perfume in the Middle East and also in Europe. So I came back, had a meeting. I presented it to my business partners, and they know nothing about this group, and they are very hesitant on the product. So what I did was, on my Twitter, I created two separate tweets, one for Europe and one for Middle East, asking people in those regions who are interested to actually just leave a comment down below and tell me which country you're in. And we're having a meeting very soon again to discuss this. So hopefully I can convince my partners in pursuing this opportunity. I really wish we will. But there's a considerable amount of investment needed to start this, and they are kind of hesitant on taking on that financial risk. So we'll see how it goes. Probably within the next week, I think we'll get a good feel on if we're going to do it or not, and just wish me luck on a happy ending. Now, there's another announcement I'd like to make. Georgia, the famous loud cat that many of you heard during my reactions, has finally been accepted for adoption. She is going to travel to Georgia. So Georgia is flying to Georgia in about 24 hours. The trip is pretty complicated because she's going to be flying 14 hours to Washington, D.C. And then from there, she is scheduled to be driven down maybe 8 hours to her final destination, to a lovely woman named Kelly, who has been by my side, a good friend, helping me out with various aspects of this channel, and I'm very happy she's going to such a loving home. and I don't want to miss this opportunity. I mean, Georgia has been with me for over a year, and you can tell she's starving for a loving family. She's so ready, and you can tell by the way she cries and interacts with me. And I can't give her that one-on-one attention when I have like eight cats to other cats in the house, and we have 24 hours to make it happen. So if you could all, at all, you know, give a helping hand, the PayPal link is down below, so you can just go down there. Any small contribution will really help, um, because those little contributions will add up at the end. And I really, I really wish we can make this happen, because I mean, just look at her. She's just cute as a button, and she's so loving. She wants nothing more to be just held in someone's arms and being cuddled. That's her favorite thing in the world. When I go into the cat's room, I bring food, and all the cats flock to their food, all except for Georgia. She doesn't care about the food, She just cares about seeing me, and just being able to be held by me, and you know there's nothing more important in the world to her than that, than human love. So she desperately just deserves this chance to travel. Okay, that's that. And moving on, we're going to do a reaction to Jungkook's Decalcomania. It's a very short clip, and oh, there is one more thing actually. Oh my goodness. Um, so I did a set of reactions yesterday, and I did get some feedback from in the comments section asking me why I always tend to pick on RM. And normally I would just shake it off because they're just offended. It's their bias. But all day today, I was wondering why people think that, and if I am indeed picking on him. And he happens to be like my bias, like maybe my bias. I switch back and forth all the time, and I realized that I've set the bar really high for some of the members, and I realized who I set the bar really high for, and it is Suga, Jungkook, and RM. And I don't know why I expect more from them, and if they falter, I pick up on it. But it's true. I set the bar higher for them, musically at least, and I think that's why people pick up on that, and why I will point out more stuff from them. Probably more. I'm probably more analytical or critical of RM, but it's not because I don't like him as a performer or as a musician. It's just, actually, I love the guy. He is a great guy, and there's nothing more I want to see than him succeeding, because he has all the tools. He has a brilliant mind, a great temperament, and a great leadership. And he's a very, thoughtful young man, and he has the potential to really, really do some special things. And I think that's why I always focus on some of these particular members. Having said that, Jungkook is another member that I would really like to keep an eye on, because I think he can bring some really, really special talents over the next couple years. I think out of all the members in BTS, he has the biggest or desire or ambition to actually enter mainstream pop, mainstream world or mainstream Western pop. If you see the songs, the type of songs he releases, and the vocal techniques or whatever, it's very in line with what Western pop is, and he does it really well. He does it really well right now, but he has the potential to be a megastar in Western pop, and I'd like to see that happen. So, having set the bar really high again for one of my favorite members, if I get critical with Jungkook, it's because I really like him and I really want him to succeed, nothing more, okay? So let's get into it.
When I see you smile in the screen, you're good at everything, you're just perfect. First night I've never been you. Do you even see me? Do you know who I am? Or how do I look now? You don't like me back there.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna do that over again.
When I see you smile in the screen, you're good at everything, you're just perfect. First night I've never been you. Do you even see me? Do you know who I am? Or how do I look now? You don't like me out there. Come and tell me so much beautiful. I'm gonna disappear. Please. All the names are too big. Get out of jogging. Oh, I wanna paint you like
No.
you. Please. I want to be your Decalcomania. I want you. I want to be your Decalcomania. I want you.
I hate it. I'm just kidding. I love it so much. Oh my goodness, we're gonna listen to that like. Oh my goodness.
When I see you smile in the screen, you're good at everything, you're just perfect. First night I've never been you. Do you even see me? Do you know who I am? Or how do I look now? You don't like me out there. Come and tell me so much beautiful. I'm gonna disappear. Please. All the names are too big. Get out of jogging. Oh, I wanna paint you like you. Please. I want to be your Decalcomania. I want you. I chemical man. I want you.
Oh my goodness. Okay. This kid. Oh my goodness. He has totally broken out of the mold of a K-pop idol with this song. I don't know. I've previously spoken about the development and the continued development of his music abilities, but it seems like he added a new vocal range or developed it. Um, Something we've never heard before, or I've never heard before. Um, and it's wonderful and refreshing to hear. Um, he is really, if this is what he's going to put out in the future, he is really breaking out of the mold. Um, that song is beautiful. And never in my wildest imagination would I, if I heard this, I would never think it's coming from a K-pop idol. And this is the development I'm talking about. This is the continued evolution um, of this wonder kid. He is a absolute wonder kid. Um, Couple of things about the song. The song's amazing. It's very slow and very quiet. The instrumental, I think there's only one piano. Listen, this is only a sample, and the recording is going to obviously be a lot better. But if there is a worry I have, it's the second verse, which we have not heard, and he just cut it off right before something was going to happen. I foresee in this song some kind of beat coming in, and there are instances in songs where the first verse has no beat and it's really quiet and has this really beautiful vibe about it, but then it will be killed by an incoming beat with the wrong instrumentals. So I really hope he's able to tastefully produce the second verse, because as it is right now, it's so beautiful to hear. Um, if there is a slight criticism, I know English is not his first language, and he's very his language skills are not that strong. His English skills are not that strong. Um, but I'd also like for his accent, his English accent, to get continuously better. And there are some parts of his vocals which do kind of need some fine tuning in terms of pronunciation. We won't see it in this song because we've already heard how he's going to pronounce the things. But in the future, I'd really like it if he were able to clean it up. And speaking in English and actually singing in English are two different things. You can get away and sound, you can pronounce correctly in songs easier than when you're speaking. And I don't know why that's the case, because I've never been put in that situation because I've always known English. But when you see Korean singers, some of them can't speak a lick of English, but their pronunciation in songs are amazing. So this is definitely doable for him, and I don't see why there would be a limitation on this for him, because he has the right support staff. So I mean, just having an English teacher in the studio by him. Well, the best actually idea would probably be to give him an English vocal teacher rather than a Korean, so they could pick the better pronunciations while they are developing the vocal techniques as well. So it's like, deciding like ah or oh or what to how to pronounce it in relation to the breathing and the singing. That would probably be the most optimal way. I don't know. I mean, I would imagine they have every type of training available on at their disposal, but who knows? But I don't think it's going to be a major problem moving forward. He'll probably be able to clean it up at some point in the future, so not a big worry. Going back to this song, and it's just so good. It really is. And I can't wait for the actual release. I really hope a song like this, because it's so silent, the actual recording and the mixing is tremendously important. It has to be crystal clear. I hope they catch every breath, everything coming out. And I think they will be able to. It's not like they were traveling on a crazy tour schedule, recording in hotel rooms or whatnot. They probably use the proper facilities and equipment. So I expect the best. But please don't mess up the second verse with anything too hard hitting or deviating from what we've been feeling in the first verse. Having said that, if I must grade this, I would probably give this, let's say 98 for right now. It could go up and down depending on the second verse, and I anticipate some kind of some fresh ad-libs at the end. So let's just wait. When is this coming out? Because I really need to hear this when it comes out. Wow. Good job to you. This is what I like to see. This is definitely some good stuff. I think that's it, and I will see you again. Love you guys. Bye.